Tonight we have a team by the name of Walking Among Us on the show with us. They are coming to you from all the way from Ontario, Canada. It's Friday, May 10th, 2024. Grab yourself a snack, sit back and relax. This is Q2 Hour. All right, where's my team at? Brittany. Everybody got their mics on. How are you guys tonight? Chris, Brittany?
Hey.
Good?
Good.
I'm great.
Brittany, I've noticed something up there. What is that?
He's my buddy.
He's your buddy?
He's my buddy.
I bet you're blowing a lot of people's minds right now, especially Chuck.
Right?
What do you think? Chris,
He
how you
actually
doing
did
tonight?
guess clown.
Yeah, right? I told
Doing great.
Chris today in the Jeep, I said, I have a feeling Brittany is putting a clown up as her background. But
And I did.
Chris, you're doing well up there?
Yes.
You guys ready to talk the Belair house tonight with Walking Among Us? They're in the house.
Awesome. Can't wait.
All right. So without further ado, we are going to bring in Krista. I think she's got her cam going. Hi.
Hello.
Rafe and Kelly having video issues.
They just disappeared.
They just disappeared.
Not
How are
sure.
you tonight, Krista?
I'm very, very good. Excited to be here. Excited to talk about all things spooky and the Belair house, one of my favorite places as of lately.
All right, there they are.
There we go.
Sorry, we're having technical difficulties all over the map tonight. Apparently, it's got to be tonight, right?
I
apologize in advance.
That brings up the topic of the Northern Lights. There's like a big storm, like geomagnetic storm going on. And they said there would be like glitches and stuff. So that might affect our show tonight. So you guys are gonna have to bear with us. We might have technical issues here and there, but you know how we go. We always have some kind of issue when we do a live show. So, but welcome you guys.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Let me get your names up here. There we go. Hauntingly Krista. Now, Rafe and Kelly, I know it's just Kelly, but I can't remember yours, Rafe. What is it?
Bearded Zombie.
Bearded Zombie. Okay.
Yeah, so all over all the other socials, I'm Bearded Zombie.
I like it.
So, let's see here. Let's get chat up here as well. We'll have fan chat down the side of the screen. Our top star senders, their chats will be highlighted at the bottom. They help us out in our show. They ask questions. They comment on things. And so they will help us out tonight. All right, guys. So without further ado, I want to tell you guys that I want to highlight your guys' personalities tonight because I just think they're so awesome. You guys are so entertaining and I love it. And that's what caught my attention initially.
Thank you.
The personality coming out. Now I didn't want to.
You gotta have some comedy in there.
Yeah, we decided that it was too hard to hide our goofiness, so we were like, hey, let's just put it out there, and they get a little paranormal, a little goofy.
Right. Well, I went to school for marketing, and one of the things they taught us in marketing was you have to show people your personality because that gives people a way to relate to you, and you end up gathering quite a following just showing your personality. So that's what I want to showcase tonight. I didn't want to leak too much of your evidence because I want people to go watch your videos to watch the evidence, right? So
Appreciate that.
Right? So I kind of want to highlight you guys tonight and how awesome.
This is gonna be interesting.
It is going to be interesting. All right. So first off, I want to get this out of the way. This is some boring stuff. Is our chat rules. Now, this is a live show, so please Be respectful. No profanity. Keep it clean. Don't be rude. Respect boundaries. Be accepting and don't self promote. All right. Now, also, our top star senders from last show, we want to highlight you guys and thank you guys for sending us stars last show. And here they are. All right, so thank you again, top star senders from last week. If you send a star tonight, Chris is going to write your names down in a bucket. You know how all that goes, and you will be entered into the prize drawing for our Mother's Day cards tonight 4 extra times. If you share this feed to any of your socials, comment shared in the comments, and Chris will also get you in the bucket. We're going to play a game, Chris, tonight. What's the game?
The bubble gun.
You want to demonstrate real quickly?
I'm trying to keep up with the stars.
Oh, they're already rolling? I'm not looking at
They are already rolling.
Okay, so
Now I have to deal with this crap.
and those things go forever. Anytime you see that thing go off in the show, the first person on our screen to say Mother's Day, you're going to get a prize out of our prize bucket. At the end of the show, we are going to pull out 2 names. You're going to get 2. We got 2 Dunkin's gift cards for $15 each to give away to in honor of Mother's Day. So we got all that boring stuff out of the way. Chris, are you okay over there? Let me pull up my chat so I can.
He's getting attacked by bubbles.
All right, now I'm in the chat. All right, so you ready, Chris? You still writing them down?
Yeah, you guys can go ahead. I got the names. I got my chat up.
All right, I want to highlight this team and their personality. So I'm going to be showing you some video clips from their YouTube channel. And their YouTube channel will scroll across the screen as we watch each piece. And then we're going to talk about the Belair house. This is what we have in common. One of the things. I don't know. Do you guys have more members or is it just you 3?
It's just the 3 of us.
Yeah.
We had initially started with 4, and one of our members had to take a step back for personal reasons. So it just stuck to the 3 of us.
So that's one thing we have in common. We're a 3-person team as well. 1 male, 2 females. That's another thing in common. And of course, we have the Belair house. I think Cindy from the office is going to be in here tonight, hopefully. All right, so let's start out here, guys. Enough of me blabbing.
On this house.
Yeah.
What we thought was 2 hours was 5.
Anything he needs to hear and see.
It looks like my dad. Look up.
We're stalling. Yes, we are.
We're stalling big time because we don't want to go down there.
Also, did you hear him?
Yes, over here behind me. I don't know.
What is in the corner?
Lucy, do you want us to leave your house now?
No?
All right. We get everybody back on the screen here. Unmute Mike, or Chris on his mic was muted. So that was a little intro there. You guys were talking about the basement, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was. It wasn't the most fun I've had since we started investigating.
I was just going to say that's your favorite part of the house, right, Ray?
Yeah.
Next
We'll
time.
go. Yeah, next time I'm gonna totally sleep down there.
We've been doing this together as a team for we've been investigating for about 2 years as a team, but posting for about 1.5 years. And this was the only time that we've ever seen Kelly get scared.
She's never been scared before.
Doesn't happen ever. And you can hear it in my voice just in that clip. I was petrified.
Yeah.
I know. You were really scared.
It was only the basement, really.
The incredible feeling you get as soon as you walk down the stairs.
Mm-hmm. Very heavy. And the smell.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Besides the musk, there was a hit of sulfur as well, which was not fun.
So when we were there, we stayed 2 nights, 48 hours in the house. It was Halloween 2023. And because we spent so much time there, we were able to pinpoint like a series of things that happened every time this thing from the basement would come out. We never pinpointed the exact timing, but there was always a series of events that happened. You smelled something bad.
Yep.
Either the temperature raises or the temperature drops.
Yeah.
Yep.
You start hearing things.
Yep.
It was like clockwork, but we never pinpointed like the time span between it. But every time the temperature would change or we smelled something, it got to the point where we were like, oh no, here it comes. Like we knew it was coming. Did you guys have like anything like that happen?
To be perfectly honest, we were all so overwhelmed being in that house that I know that the things that you just described, they did happen, but I don't know what time it was. At one point I lost time. I thought I was there for like 2 hours. We were there for 5 or 6 hours at that point.
So how long? Go ahead, Krista.
Every time that we were thinking about doing something that ended up being a lot more scary, mostly to do with the basement, like right before we went down to the basement and we were talking about going down there, we're just like, oh, it got really, really cold. We all felt like this like whirlwind of just cold breeze around us all of a sudden. And it was like right as we were stalling, trying to talk amongst each other not to go to the basement. So that's the only thing I can think of that pinpointed, like, okay, something heavy is about to happen. And then obviously went to the basement and
that is a good piece of advice to keep in mind for the future.
Yeah. We wanted to pinpoint the exact, because it was like clockwork, but we just couldn't. We didn't have time to like figure out, okay, it's 30 minutes. But that's something that, like keep in mind the next time you get back.
Gotta stay for an extended period of time.
Yeah.
Did you guys stay for one night?
We were there for 13 hours. We only did the one night. Krista, I'm going to leave it up to you if we're going to drop a spoiler or not.
I think we can drop a spoiler for them.
Okay, so we are going to be going back, but we are going to be going for what I found out from the owner, Kristen, is we're going to be going not only for the longest consecutive night stay by Canadians, but the second longest consecutive night stay she's had there.
Oh my gosh. So how long are you staying? I'm afraid to know.
We're down there for, I believe it's eight days, but only 6 of them will be spent at the Belair house. The other 2 are at other locations.
Oh my gosh.
So we're going to see what happens.
I apologize. I have a cat that's just...
Our cat's trying to eat our dinner, sorry.
I have a chihuahua at my feet and she can bark at any minute. So.
I have a cat next to me.
All right. So we all have animals. It's all good.
Yeah. She might have to run on and off screen.
It's a new kitten.
It's a new kitten. He's trying to eat the leftover of dinner.
Okay, Brittany, you got any questions you want to ask? I know I'm talking a lot over here.
Are you guys excited or scared to stay that long?
Petrified.
Excited. I'm excited.
Absolutely terrified.
So this was kind of like similar when we were first time Kelly and I were like, we're so excited. Like, we're like, okay, who's going to stay like in the most not room by themselves? Up on the couches. And Rafe was nervous the entire time leading up to it. And then it just kind of like, it all hit us. This time going back, I felt like such a scaredy cat that I'm going back to redeem myself, and I'm probably going to push buttons. But like, I'm protecting myself, and I'm going in. I have a different mindset. So
Do me a solid. When you're about to push buttons, let me know so I can go outside on the porch.
Yeah. Like Kristen, I heard Kristen tell you guys, just be careful. That is really true. And something you said, Kelly, or I think it was Kelly. You said, I think you all said it. You went into this location thinking with the same mindset you do everywhere, because once you do this a lot, you kind of get, hardened to it. You're like, okay, yeah, Belair House, 1740.
Yeah.
We did too, but going in there, I know that changed your mind, didn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
I think
There's
we were.
a question at the bottom.
will you be putting the video of the 8 days online for us?
So we were undecided if we're going to do it as an 8-part series or a mini documentary series or what we're going to do.
But it would definitely be coming out.
It is going to be getting released probably more towards the end of the summer, but we're just undecided on how we're going to release it as of yet.
It just depends on how everything kind of flows.
Yeah.
But it will definitely be released at some capacity.
That is amazing, because let me tell you, when we were done with 2 nights, we were ready to get the F out of there. Like we went up to the top floor, and there were so many flies in the window upstairs that we were there when we got there. But when we left, there was like 2,000 flies in that window. I didn't even get a picture of it. I wish I would have, but we were all so ready to get out of that house.
Kristen said that there's no way we're going to last.
Yeah, Kristen has told us flat out that if we need a break, we can go see her. But that just makes me want to stay in that house even more.
Yeah.
I don't want to take a break. I want to stay there for the duration of the 6 days.
Yeah.
So you see Chuck's comment at the bottom. This is the house made him a believer. He's a retired police officer, and he's one of the fans that won a spot to come to the Belair house with us. Total skeptic, did not believe in the paranormal, but was open to it. And you can see there that house made him a believer.
Yeah,
So,
I
totally see why.
I would challenge any skeptic that thinks it's not real to go in there and then come out telling us it's not real.
And it was extra special for us because it's our first American location.
Yes, that was also true. It's our first ever American location. So when we were discussing it, I'm like, hey, let's just go for the gold.
You definitely went for the gold.
we have been told that one of the places we're going when we're on our 8-day paranormal road trip down there is supposedly darker than the Belair house. So we'll have to wait and see.
have you guys ever heard of the Ross house?
Yes, I've heard of it.
I
don't know much about it though.
It's a couple blocks down from the Belair house.
That's that one. Okay, yeah. We know that one.
Yeah, you might want to check into that too, because we went back to Belair, I think it was a month ago, and we stayed at the Ross house instead of the Belair house, and we had fun at the Ross house too.
Okay, something to check out.
So just something to check out.
So many American locations to get to.
All right, that's so exciting, you guys coming down to America.
It really is, and it opens up a whole brand new dynamic. We've now start referring to Ontario hauntings. 95% of them, I call them Casper hauntings.
Yeah,
they're like Casper, the little friendly ghost. He just wants to toy around and mess around with you. But then we dipped our toes in the American pool, and y'all are haunted as F.
Yeah. Brittany, got any questions up there?
Did you guys have any really, really bad experiences in the house?
Bad experiences in the house.
Krista, you go first.
I'm trying to think. So that's such a subjective question, I guess, because when I think of bad, I'm like, oh, like something that happened that terrified me and I'd never go back. But that never happened. Like there was moments that I got really terrified, but I wouldn't, and that we clearly got into contact with something that was more negative or evil. But at the same time, like we're going back, and
Yeah.
so is it bad enough because we're doing it again? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know,
I know.
but like the scariest part, honestly, one of the scariest parts wasn't even paranormal. Kristen and Kelly left the house for like a moment, and Rafe and I were literally just about to do like a walk around. He was going to go live on TikTok and all that, and they closed the door, and all of a sudden there's this like drop, like this bang from in the kitchen, and we screamed simultaneously. It's all on camera, and it ended up being a water bottle that fell over. So.
Gravity
Definitely had to change my
scared us.
pants after that one.
Okay.
I know that at one point when just after we'd gotten into the house and we were, unpacking the gear and stuff, and I was like, oh, I'm going to mosey on upstairs and I'm going to check it out by myself. I'm going to be the big strong man and go upstairs by myself because it's just a Belair house. Well, that was a bad idea. So, in the Belair house, you go up the one set, there's a landing and then another flight that leads to the bedrooms. So as I got to that landing, I looked up, and the first bedroom on the right, which is the room that leads up to the attic, I saw just a sliver of a face and a hand at the door, and they crept back in like that. And I turned around and beelined it down the stairs going, nope, 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 nope. So, and that's the first time I've ever actually seen something. So I'm more of a feeling and Estes kind of guy. I get a lot during the Estes and my feelings. I've never actually seen something, so that really shook me up for a few minutes.
I bet. I mean, that place is really crazy. I mean, really, really is. But speaking of all that was mentioned there, let me pull up this clip. Now, guys, this is a 9-minute clip. When we come back, we are going to give away a prize. So stay tuned. Hang in there with us for this clip. I promise you will be entertained. All right, here we go.
Oh my God, Rafe.
My heart just sank.
Both of our reactions.
Oh my God. So just before we went live, Kristen and I just got scared shitless. We've been in this house alone for...
It was literally 2 seconds. They closed the door.
3 seconds. Kelly and Kristen just left. My heart is beating out of my fucking chest. And I almost just shit my pants.
I did shit my pants. I did shit my pants. I think I'm sleeping in the living room tonight.
I'm sleeping down here tonight. I'm not sleeping upstairs.
I should try to sleep upstairs, but my issue is if I don't get any sleep, I need to drive tomorrow. 7 hours. If there are any spirits here that wanted to speak to us.
All right, let me just stop it right here really quickly because I forgot to tell you guys. This is Kristen Lee, and the reason I'm putting her in here is because I want everybody to see her in the interaction you had with her. Because when we got there, she had some emergency things she had to do. We didn't get to meet her. We didn't get to do any of this with her. So that's why we're including this. I hope you guys don't mind, but I know our fans will like to watch Kristen Lee, the owner of the Belair house. All right.
We have some devices. We have a REM pod over here, and we have one on the stairs, which you've been using. We also have some cat balls over there. And if you come over and go near them or touch them, it will set off. My head feels like there's like a pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just be careful.
Mm-hmm. Edwin? Edwin, we'd love to speak with you. Can you come out and talk with us? I feel like nauseous.
Run on.
That's going off like crazy too. There is a camera facing the stairs.
Okay, good, good, good.
And this one's still going too, and hopefully you can hear.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So,
Perfect. Good. Okay, all right, cool.
Edwin, was that you on the stairs? Thank you so much. Yeah. Edwin, can you do something else for us?
Hey Edwin, could you come and sit down beside me, please? You want to have a little bit of a talk?
Is he in the room right now?
Mm-mm.
No.
Not yet.
I'm scared.
That whistling sound,
Oh.
that whistling sound, very well may have been the traffic.
Whistling.
At one point,
You can hear whistling.
it sounded like whistling.
Okay.
Every time I walk in the door, I want to take off my shoes.
The REM pod went off.
Like
Again.
color?
It must have, because of the way it was like do-do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah, that was the color function. We had the absolute pleasure of getting Kristen Lee, the owner of the house, to hang out with us.
We love you, Kristen.
What a gem of a human being. Like,
sweetest.
inside and out, just the sweetest human being I've
soul.
ever seen. Shameless self-promotion for Kristen. If you don't have her book about life in the Belair house, get it. It's awesome.
Well, there'll be a link in the description so you can buy it.
Bam. Also, having Kristen there with her abilities was really helpful.
It
But
opened our eyes to some
it
things
did.
that we never
It
realized.
really did. And I know we've discussed this before, but it felt like we'd known each other for ages.
Yeah, we
Like,
spoke about that.
We are going to attempt to get Edwin to come and join us. What are you feeling right now? Let's start with that. What are you feeling like in regards to, now we've had our fun, we had dinner all together and everything, got to know each other, but has anything popped out to you in regards to one of us or the group in general?
Group in general, I know that this house brings people that have connected in other lifetimes. And that's something that I feel very strongly that all of us have been somewhere before tonight. Okay. All of us were together before. Okay. That happens. And it's rare that it happens, but it happens.
Okay.
It's probably happened maybe 4 times.
And we're one of those 4 times with you.
Yes.
Wow.
You're just going to have to be on your toes tonight.
Yeah.
Seriously, I'm not trying to say that to be
Yeah.
suggestive.
No.
It's just me being an American. Yeah. Myself. No, I'm dead ass. Like, it's not... We heard that motherfucker upstairs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry,
That was, no,
100%.
we swear on the channel.
Yeah.
So we heard him, or whatever it was, we heard it upstairs, and that was at the same time I was gonna go upstairs by myself and saw the hand reaching. It was like there was a hand from inside the bedroom going like this on the door frame to peek out. But as I got to the landing, I just saw the hand disappear through back into the bedroom. I have maybe seen stuff twice since we started this.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's nuts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you could tell how afraid he was when he was coming downstairs.
Because that makes you feel crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It did. Like, I'm not used to seeing things.
No.
I'm used to hearing things and feeling things. I'm a big feeling guy. And that's been exponentially growing. To see a gnarly fucking hand, it was like something was just about to peek out like this, and I heard me on the landing and the hand disappeared behind the door frame. I've been joking around the whole time about, I'm gonna sleep in the car or fucking next state over in Pennsylvania. We've been here for 4 hours.
Probably
less than that.
I've already been grabbed on my head once, my back touched twice, smelled a sulfury, rotten
Krista
smell in the
hasn't been
basement.
feeling well.
Krista is, again, no offense, a little pastier than normal.
One thing that I think you should know is, well, there's a lot of things we should know, but right now what's at the top of my mind is Edwin and being in this house. See, Edwin Hetherington sat at the head of the table and helped people connect to the other side because he became obsessed with his sister dying, and that's what triggered him. That traumatic experience triggered him to dive into the occult. And saying the occult is not scary. It is that. Hurting sheep is hurting sheep. You know what I mean? It's the occult. He helps people develop their abilities here. I've seen so many people come here over and over and over, and they call things out like nobody's business. Because we are sitting, no real shit, on a fucking ley line right now.
So you've got the Ohio River, a stone's throw away, running water. Everybody knows what that has to do with the paranormal. Native American burial grounds somewhere behind the house up in the hills, where I believe it was the Shawnee were here. Were known to bury their chiefs, their witch doctors, their shamans in these caves.
That's a REM pod.
There's the REM pod.
I think they want you to also recognize the Iroquois.
Is it the Iroquois as well? I knew the Shawnee were here, and I knew another tribe were in this area. I didn't know which one. So the Iroquois tribe. There's of course the infamous Edwin. Like Kristen said, he dove headfirst into the occult. Some say, unfortunately, not knowing fully what he was doing, unable to close the portals he was opening. It's said that he's opened 17 portals in this house. So there's 17 from him. There's one from the coal mine explosion.
Edwin is saying, no, I only opened 4. That's your paranormal people.
Oh, is it? Okay. All right. So there you go. There you go.
Hey, bro.
Yeah.
Edwin has told us, no, that's a lie. That he only opened 4 portals in this house.
I can definitely
Is he
see
right
that.
there?
Yeah.
He's right there.
Hi, Edwin. It's nice to
Edwin,
meet you.
thank you so much for allowing us into your home, first
My
and
name is
foremost, and
Krista.
for letting us stay here. My name is Rafe.
My name is Kelly.
And we're very happy to be here.
Do you want to talk so we can hear you? I think this is where we show the world that ITC communication is
Get the
not
spirit
fake.
box.
Yeah. Spirit box in the seance room.
Wow.
Being in this house, it felt like we were completely new to paranormal investigating. At a loss for words.
No idea what we were doing, fam. Seriously, that's the best way to describe it. The second we got in that house, it was like we were on our very first investigation all over again.
Things were coming through the spirit box and they were easier to make out in editing. And I don't know, maybe it had something to do with the fact that spirit boxes are kind of hard to understand in the moment anyways. It might have had something to do with the fact that we struggled to find questions because we're like, what do we say? I've never done this before, quote unquote.
The only time that I ever remember us being this quote unquote disorganized was legit our first 2, maybe 3 investigations until we kind of got a rhythm and a feel. It was insane. And apparently we're not the first team to go through this there.
This house opens your eyes to a whole other world of paranormal that you've never experienced before.
And some of the things that some people might believe about some resident spirits.
All right. First person on our screen to say Mother's Day gets the first prize out of our prize bucket. I think it's so funny the portal numbers are closer to what Chris felt and thought too. Yeah. Talk about
All I see is portals of bubbles.
Chuck's the first on my screen. Is that right, Chris?
Yeah.
All right, Chuck. So you're getting the first prize of the night, and I am giving you the Lucky Clover Eye face mask. It's got jade in it. So congratulations, Chuck. You are the first winner in our bubble gun prize show tonight. So what do you guys think about the portals? Let's hear what Walking Among Us thinks about the portals.
Well, considering I had my back to a portal while I was doing my Estes in the attic, and I felt a couple touches, and I felt really uneasy. You can tell the spots in the house where the portals are. The feeling completely changes.
And also, kind of piggybacking off of that, because something was discovered in the attic. So we obviously were there with Kristen, and when we went up to the attic, it was discovered by Kristen that someone had made a portal by putting 2 mirrors across from each other, which is against the rules of the home. Like there's a certain set rules when you book that you can't do, and you're not supposed to create more portals. So there was already that one. So if there's that one, who knows what other people are doing that they got away with. And then on top of that, if Edwin only created 4 portals, and then now there's supposedly 17 or more by just paranormal people creating them, I'm not shocked by that at all.
I'm sure that because of that, Kristen has created those rules. No seances, I think.
Yeah, no seances, no Ouija boards, no minor rites or rituals.
Yep.
No portals.
Yeah.
No drinking.
Yeah,
no drinking or drugs.
Right. I wouldn't even want to be in there drinking or anything. It's
No.
sober.
No, definitely not.
No. But speaking of that, do you, Brittany or Chris, remember how we found out about what happened in the basement? Was it Kristen that said? I don't want to say Kristen said it.
I can't remember who said it.
I thought it was Chuck. I think Chuck knew some of the information going in.
No, I found out somehow, but I don't. I
think a team that was there just before us told us.
Or Kristen. I'm thinking I watched it somewhere, but
Mine?
a couple weeks before we went, there was a bloodletting ceremony done in the basement.
Oh, wow.
Oh, awesome.
Okay.
We had no idea. So I don't think you guys knew that either.
No, that one.
Do you know where in the basement?
Because there was a
There was a
a
stain.
gnarly looking stain on the floor.
I don't remember where. I know Kristen said it, but I don't know if I watched it on somebody else's video or how I found that out. But it was literally 2 weeks before we went. We went Halloween.
Oh,
So-
that's great.
Yeah, I didn't know about that one.
No, yeah, I didn't know about that one.
We definitely won't be doing that when we go
No.
back.
So now you know about that, right?
Yeah.
That would have been nice to know when we were there.
Yeah.
Whatever was in that basement.
Go ahead, Chris.
Whatever was in that basement, when it come out of that basement, it meant to harm someone.
Whatever's in that basement is not right.
No.
No.
Not at all.
And you don't feel the same way in the rest of the house. You feel a presence, but it's not as dark. It's not as anxiety inducing.
Exactly. It's like you've got the whole house where you feel the pressure. You feel them there with you, watching you, being around you. Then you have the living room, which they kind of just leave you alone in. And then there's the basement that you go to maybe 3 steps down and the heart just starts going like there's no tomorrow.
I think when we first got there, I walked back towards the basement door and it like popped open right in front of me. And I just got that feeling then and there that I didn't like the basement. I was like,
I'm telling you right now, if we went there and that basement door was the first thing I seen and it popped open, I'm getting right back in the car. I'm sorry, it's not happening.
Right? So we all have abilities and we have medium gifts. So when we go places, we prefer not to know anything about the place. So at the time, I didn't know anything about the basement. We didn't know anything really about the house other than the history of like the land and the Indians and things like that. But we figured all that stuff out while we were in it. We also didn't know that the attic doesn't like females.
No, it seems to be both the attic and the basement don't like females.
I felt fine in the attic though.
Yeah,
the
attic was a different.
We had a whole different experience.
Now,
in that attic.
our session in the attic where I did my Estes really went sideways. It was nothing near what we thought was going to happen. I was communicating some higher levels of things that Kristen had ended up telling me very few people can connect with.
And I think it's because she was there that kind of helped guide that.
Yeah, I think that helped us. Yes.
Yeah, we were blessed to have her with us for the night.
I mean, maybe like if we go up to do an Estes session again in the attic and Kristen's not there, who knows what we'll experience? But
I'm curious to do it again in the attic just to see if it goes along the same route or if it doesn't.
Yeah.
I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag. I'm not going to tell anybody, but I am going to tell you to watch their Belair house episode because something unique happened to them in the attic with Kristen. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to leak it out because we didn't have that experience at all.
Oh yeah, it was very
It was.
We didn't expect it at all.
It was the last thing I expected to happen in that house.
Yeah. Like when I watched it I actually watched your guys' episodes and I was like, whoa, that's really unique. Like
I've had more than a handful of people messaging me on Facebook and Instagram and stuff like that saying, thanks for making me cry. I was bawling my eyes out.
Don't give away any secrets.
That's it.
Yeah, we want people to go watch your guys' episodes, so I'm trying not to too much information. But we're gonna switch gears here for a second, and for fun, we are going to show you a couple things that happened to us when we were at Belair House. Just little 30-second clips. First of all, I want to start with Chris's solo. We all had solos. We all drew names, and we all had to go separately for 30 minutes to whatever room we drew. I don't think anybody got the basement, did they?
No.
No.
We done a group session in the
Thankfully.
basement.
Yeah, we did group in basement. We were too big of chickens to do it by ourselves.
I don't blame you.
At that point, we already figured out what was coming from that basement, so there was no way we were sending anyone alone. No.
Brittany got scratched and bruised at the Belair house.
Twice. Scratched twice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
One time was up in the attic. We just ripped the Band-Aid off and went straight to the attic and did an Estes session. Me and her we didn't know it tends to not like females, so she got a little banged up at Belair house. All right, but this creature that we kept picking up on in the Belair house, you kind of hear it on Chris's ghost portal here, his little solo. We're gonna watch that.
Good. Can't sleep. We left the portal in said. Did you sit right next to you? Right next to me? What was out downstairs? Can you think? If you guys hear something downstairs, let me know. Just there's something about downstairs. Wow? What wow? A loud walk here? If you guys have already heard down here. You talking about Brittany? Let's get Grandpa on the stairs for me, please.
So that ghost portal is so hard to listen to, but I think I watched Krista say that you really can pick up what it's saying when you're reviewing the evidence, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, big time.
We heard that thing say, we were like, whoa, that's crazy, right?
And it's like clear on the video. Like,
Oh,
you
yeah,
can
that was
really
very clear.
Oh, yeah.
We were using Chris's ghost portal that he made for us. So he gets to tweak equipment and stuff for us as well. But our fans have already seen all this. So this is little tiny clips. But I already showed you Brittany's clip of the clown head. This is the basement. We had a whole long session in the basement. And it was just popping off. Like flashlights going off. Them talking about protecting us, but this is just a little clip of what happened on us. Turn it off. Please. They can turn it on, but they can't turn it back off. Thank you.
Did that just say night?
I think it said one light. I'm getting, and then the light went off.
That's cool.
Yeah, that happened the whole time we were in the basement. We did get ran out of there because we got the smell, we got the temperature. It was really funny. Brittany got cold and I got hot.
Yeah.
Kristen and I, that happened too.
Oh,
Really?
Bubble King.
All right, first person on our screen to say Mother's Day, you get the next prize out of the prize bucket. But yeah, it drained our battery completely in the basement. We had to leave.
Yeah, we had that. We had some major battery drainage all over the house, mainly downstairs.
And one of our cameras got turned off. Like
Yeah,
recording
one of our cameras got turned right off.
Yeah.
On my screen, it was Chris Henry.
On my screen, it was Kim Ford. So we're going to give it both one gift. All right. How's that sound? All right.
You want some bubbles?
Chris Henry, I'm giving you shimmer roll-on glitter. You guys know I love my glitter. It's really, you can't really see it. And then Kim, I'm giving you a chin sculpting mask. So congratulations, 2 more winners tonight in the Q2 hour Mother's Day contest. So yeah, battery drainage everywhere, constantly.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And not even just that, but like our energy, like our physical energy was drained too.
Oh
We
yeah.
were like zombies coming home the next day.
Hmm. We were ready to leave, get out of Deep Feet. We were like, no, we cannot stay any longer. I
Mhm.
cannot wait to watch you guys stay 6 days.
Yeah, I'm real because I'm just more curious how bad it'll get because
And
she
what
told
will
us
be the tipping point if we do end up leaving early?
we're not leaving. We're not leaving. We got to
yeah.
stay, fam. We got
I
it.
know. So I'm
Take
just gonna
During
lock the door, lock us in there. We'll never leave.
we may have to stay a night or two in the living room to separate the week, but we're staying in the house. Hopefully, as of now.
The longer our time went on, the more active the house became.
Yeah, that's
definitely. And
that's what Kristen told us. After day 2 or 3, it starts to get pretty bad.
So fun.
the first night we had no problem sleeping. The second night, I was constantly waking up, watching the door because it sounded like somebody come in and was messing with our bed. And
Well, even the first night the only night when we were there sleeping and we all slept in the living room on separate couches, these two zonked out pretty quick. And I'm laying there, I'm like, okay, I got to get to sleep. I got to get to sleep. And there was, when you're staring into the seance room, they had the curtains there. And I kept seeing a face poke out from behind the curtain. I'm going to assume it was the gray man that makes the appearances to people who are staying on the couch. But whoever or whatever that was, yeah, it didn't let me sleep.
And yeah, the gray man. Did you guys come across him at all during your stay?
No, upon reviewing footage, we didn't catch anything while we were sleeping, and we didn't see him. I don't know if that might have been him I saw upstairs, or if it was him I was seeing poke his head out from behind the curtain while I was trying to sleep. But it was like I was laying there, and I would see him, and I would get scared, and I'd want to close my eyes so I could sleep, but then I'd close my eyes, and I'd be like, what if I open them, and this MF was right in front of my face? Like, I got to keep my eyes open to see what's coming.
Yeah. Brittany, you have any questions for the team up there?
I'm trying to think of some.
I know that I watched you guys in what we called the altar room. I'm not sure if that's what you guys referred to it as. It was up by Edwin's room.
Yeah.
I think you guys did the dowsing rod.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was really fun. What do you guys think about that room?
It was interesting.
You know what? That was probably the one room upstairs that I didn't feel like I was being crushed by weight.
No, it was very light in there.
It was you could something was there. You knew something was there. You could feel it. It was communicating with us, but I didn't feel that crushing weight coming down on me like I did in almost every other part of the house. I don't know about Krista.
No, I agree. It didn't have the heavy feeling, but like it had a creep factor to it because I don't know, it was doing something very weird with our prism, which again, if you go and watch the episode, I'm not going to spoil too much. It was something that happened with our Flex 2 prism in that room that had never happened to us before, and it was just it was weird.
Yeah.
So it left like a sense of something's there, it's intrigued by us, and it's just kind of observing is kind of what I was getting.
Brittany, you slept in that room by yourself. Do you have any input on that?
Yeah. Not a good night. No. So I woke up after the first night. So after being scratched after doing our SD session, I woke up to a bruise on my chest right above my heart.
Oh.
So I was mortified. And when they ended up reviewing the evidence, they had found that something happened while I was sleeping.
Oh. Is
But
that
did
where
you
you
have-
also had the clown head too?
That was the second night.
Oh,
okay.
That was in Edwin's room, wasn't it? The clown head?
Yep.
Yeah.
Pamela wants to know, what is the best advice you'd give to someone who goes to Belair House for the first time?
Protect yourself heavily.
Protection.
Like this is no joking around, no goofing around. Walk in protected, walk out protected, and I would suggest cleansing yourself, if not multiple times after you leave.
I had to cleanse 2 people in our house twice when we were there.
Friends of ours have investigated there as well, and they seem to have thought they brought something back with them. So
They had to
that's
go
not
back
something
and
that
drop
any
it
of us
off
want to
again.
do.
They had to go back a second time to drop off their traveler.
But also,
I had to.
don't go alone. I would never go alone.
Yeah, don't do that.
Like, I mean, do solos and whatnot, but don't go to the house alone. Don't stay in there alone, and know your limits. Like, if you want to push the bill, but don't push it.
Oh,
Yeah, if it's getting too much, step outside for a bit.
Remember the rule of 3, especially if you're in the basement. Remember the rule of 3. If you hear 3 bangs, 3 growls, especially something like that, whatever room you're in and you hear 3 of something, get out of that room, because that's a precursor to something very nasty that's about to happen to you.
Mm-hmm. And there's something very nasty in that basement.
I'm a firm believer whatever's in that basement has never taken human form.
Mm-mm.
You need to show them the picture we caught on the stairways during the activity of that stuff in the basement.
All right. We were doing a little work in the seance room, and Chris photographed a shadow person on the staircase right by the room where you guys slept. So he wants you guys to see this, so we're going to pull it up. One looks like the silhouette of a man. The other one looks like a silhouette of a woman, and they're staring at each other.
Yeah.
What?
The growling? Or something behind you?
Tapped on that picture when I was standing there. It went.
Yeah, Chelle, I think we're only. Oh, there we go. Mike, I think we're only in one picture.
Please stop touching the ball so I can ask you a question.
Okay, no.
That is insane.
Straight up, Krista knows exactly what I'm referring to here. I'm not going to give a spoiler. You guys got to go check out the episodes. But the sleeping portion of the episode, you caught the same thing we did, except we caught it. It got caught multiple times with us.
With the yeah. But that shadow.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
It's the exact same spot, and there was that little thing that's similar to our video. As soon as I saw that, I freaked out here. It blew my mind.
If you notice at the beginning of the video, me and Brittany, I don't know if I put that on there, but me and Brittany were discussing how we were seeing it with our own 2 eyes.
Yeah.
In the real video, you see it on the steps before he gets photos of it. So that was really awesome for us. And you can tell
That's
that it
amazing.
Yeah.
Chalk up another thing in common, folks.
I'll tell you what.
I stopped staring at the stairs.
While we were there, I took almost 400 pictures. Like, I took at least 50 pictures from every room, different angles, over and over.
Yeah.
And I was just standing there going through them as they were asking Chuck questions and stuff. And when I looked down, I went back, and I was like, okay, it's in this photo, but not that one. So I went forward, and I started noticing it moving in 3 photos, and then it was gone. And I was like, oh, shit.
We have to take more photos because that's awesome.
Yeah, that is incredible.
Brittany, what did you say? I didn't catch what you said before, Chris.
The whole time that Chuck was in his SD session, I kept staring at the stairs, and you even pointed it out. You're like, what are you staring at? Why do you keep staring over there?
Yeah, I think
our REM pod went off like crazy on those stairs. And well, it's not in our video. We didn't put it in. You can see the drapes moving on their own as well that were on the stairs, on the landing.
the goat doll as well. That same instance, its head turned, like it was looking straight ahead. And when we were concentrating on the staircase, we looked, and the goat doll is looking at us in the seance room.
I'm done. I'm never going back. If the doll's head moving, I'm done.
I don't know if you guys left an offering for that goat doll on the piano.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
We did.
When that goat doll's head turned, I was like, "Here's some money."
Yeah.
Yeah, we dropped some money and a cat ball. We left the cat ball for it to play with.
Yeah, Brittany, you donated to the fund on the piano twice, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
And they say that's another thing that folks should know about if you're going to go. If you put something on that offering table, make sure you don't want it anymore, because if you take it back, bad things could happen. We think that's what happened to our friend who they had placed their music box on the offering table, and when he took it back, that's supposedly we think something may have followed them from there.
Yeah. It was funny. Brittany made the first donation, but after 2 nights there, I just was walking around the house, and I walked, and she was there giving like more money on the piano.
It's like, please don't follow me, I'll pay you more.
And I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna leave money too. I mean, it was just very crazy location.
Yeah.
All right, I don't know if I have shown this clip or not, but here's another clip of Walking Among Us, and here we go.
That we were dreading from
Well, we were
weeks.
excited for it first.
I know, I was never excited
Kelly
for it.
and I were excited.
I was never excited for it. Y'all two psychopaths were excited. Psychopath number 1 wouldn't even go down. Psychopath number 2 went 3 steps down before finally getting scared for the first time in over a year.
That's a heavy place.
Yeah.
If you haven't clued in yet, we're talking about the Belair's house infamous basement right above the coal mine explosion.
There's said to be some demonic entities down there, or negative entities, whatever you believe.
Now, let's not gloss over the fact of, you saw in part 1, our brief trip down to the basement. We knew walking into this house that the basement was the deal breaker for most teams, and we now understand why.
Before we went down to the basement to investigate, we were approaching 3 a.m.
Yep.
And we were being little stallers. So
little stallers. I don't even know. I don't know what to say, man.
What are we about to do right now?
We're about to go to the basement.
I'm afraid.
It's currently 2:11 in the morning.
This house, you guys don't understand. Like, we've been joking. I've been joking around on my live streams on TikTok. We've been teasing each other.
But you can see we're not really joking around at all in this video.
No, this place is something, like, even talking to Paranormal XP and watching their videos and, you know, talking with them last night before we left, you're never gonna fully understand it unless you spend time in this house. And
like, I get everything that they're saying.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
To be perfectly honest,
you need to feel it yourself.
To be perfectly honest, we've already surpassed what we need for an episode.
This is a two-parter.
As you guys know, this is a 2-parter now.
Yeah.
Because this is in part 2, this segment.
Yeah.
We're doing it not only for ourselves, but for everybody out there to see it.
I'm not lying. I'm not gonna lie. I want to leave right now. We've got more than enough for an episode.
And straight up, we're sleeping on the couches.
Yeah,
like no, we're sleeping. We're not sleeping in separate
We're not
areas.
sleeping in separate areas. Not this time around. Now, I will drop this. We are returning to this house.
Yeah.
It's already been planned. We are returning to this house. Whether we have guests with us or not is a completely different story. We don't know yet. We have to work on figuring that out. But we are coming back, and when we come back, we will attempt to sleep in separate rooms upstairs.
Night, not happening.
With what's gone on thus far tonight.
Yeah, not happening.
I know. I want to sleep in the safe room.
And apparently there's still going to be a gray man, so...
Okay, that's...
This goes out to Paige and Tara and Rhonda. You guys let us know what was up, like what's good with this place. I didn't take you as seriously as I should have.
Yeah, we should have.
Yeah.
We're too used to haunts in Ontario.
Or Caspers.
Casper, we call them Caspers because we've never once encountered anything near this dark.
No. And we're about to go into a basement.
The darkest area.
Now we're about to go down to the closest area to the mine explosion. We're about to sit where there are portals
And negative entities.
And as I'm saying it, I'm wondering if I should be committing myself for wanting to do this. I'm dead serious, dude. This house is something. This house is straight out of a horror
in your
movie.
body. Everywhere.
This house is legitimately straight out of a horror movie.
There's no concept of time in this place.
And that's another thing. We were talking about that before the camera started rolling. We didn't want to go downstairs in a weakened state. We were sitting there talking, and it's like time has no effect on this house.
No.
Yeah.
What we thought was 2 hours was 5. Dare I say we're really pushing the bill on doing this further downstairs. And I know what you're all thinking. Stop being a bitch and go downstairs. Come spend a couple hours in this house upstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, then try it. This is,
That one there, she's never scared. Ever. This is the first
As
time.
soon as I walked into the basement when I got here. I was like, I'll go right down to the basement.
Did you hear that?
That was...
No, so I mean, you guys shared our sentiments exactly with that piece right there.
Straight out of a horror movie, that place is.
It really is.
I love the fact that you guys also say that, because we said it as well. And sometimes they're like, people are like, yeah, whatever, just go down to the basement. You really, I described it as like a paranormal funhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great way to explain it.
Yeah.
I mean, just so much stuff happening. It is crazy. Let me see if I got any more clips here that we can show.
I'll tell you what, my spirit guides when we were there were very active and watching over me heavy.
Yeah.
My father watches over me, and apparently he had quite a workout that night. Apparently,
my grandfather and my uncle were both watching over me the entire time we were there. And
Brittany?
Yes.
What do you think about the Paranormal Funhouse?
Oh, no. I definitely believe that, yes, you were right that it's a fun house, and that if we are to go back, something else is going to happen. Something different that we didn't witness.
You have to protect yourself a lot since you've been injured there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Redemption.
That's what I'm saying. Redemption.
That's it.
You better get your mind right.
Yes, sir.
You got to get your mind and your body.
Like, I'm honestly, I'm getting nervous just thinking about going back, and I'm months away.
All right.
I'll tell you what, it breaks your mind down being there.
It really does. It really does. And that's a perfect way of putting it, bro.
Yeah. So
I kept telling. Go ahead, babe. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I kept telling everybody, keep your mind strong. If you feel like you're breaking down, go outside, take a break.
Yeah.
That's what we kept doing.
We kept taking breaks and going outside. And I couldn't figure out why I wanted to go outside so much, but that makes perfect sense. I was weakening. I was breaking down.
And it's funny to note, we did order food to the house for the beginning of the night, and the delivery man wouldn't even bring the food to the door.
Wanted nothing to do with it. He's like, here.
Yeah. Pretty much threw it at me, basically.
That reminds me. Brittany, that reminds me of Jen at the convenience store down the street.
That's what I was thinking about.
We went and interviewed people, and we found this lady she was the cashier at the convenience store. Her name was Jen. And we were like, we're staying at the Belair house. She's like, oh no, you're crazy. I was like, we're sleeping there. Oh no, you have fun with that. She's like, I ain't going anywhere near that place.
We said, you can come join us. It's free. She's like, oh no.
Yeah, no, you know what? I'm ready to go back. I want to redeem myself. I want to do a solo in the basement. I want to sleep in separate rooms.
You want to sleep in the basement? Is that what you just said, right?
No. We're not starting that game. We're not playing that game again. We've been through this.
I think that just you put the rooms into a hat and you pick out where you got to go, period. You don't add the basement until you're in there for 3 days.
Oh, yeah. Let's wait till it gets real bad. Good idea, babe.
Yeah.
I agree.
That is so crazy that you're going to be there so long.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, a lot of people are expecting. A lot of people have said, if you have to leave, go to a hotel for the night, go somewhere for the night. Like, no, I'm going to do it. I'm going to tough it out. I'm going to do it. Even if I have to sleep in the living room for half the week, I'm still going to stay for the full 6 days.
Yeah.
Just take that time and go outside.
Yeah. No, definitely. That front porch is my new best friend.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, it tried to take my drone over there. I had it GPSed out to fly over a certain area, and it was going the opposite way.
Oh, wow.
Weird.
Brittany, you pulled something up on Google Maps. What was that all about? I can't remember.
The figure 8 in the middle of the woods.
Oh, yeah, behind the Belair house.
Yeah.
On Google Maps, there's a figure 8.
Yeah, I think that's around the caves where the natives buried their shamans, witch doctors, and chiefs.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember hearing something about a figure 8 near those caves.
Oh, well, it's behind the house then, because she pulled it up on Google Maps.
Maybe when we take one of our breaks, we'll go back and check it out.
Yeah, definitely. So many things play a part in that house. They just all come together for this massive paranormal explosion of activity. Like, I don't even.
That's a perfect way of putting it too. It's just legitimately a paranormal explosion of activity. Something that we're not used to here in Ontario. We went to one location here in Ontario for our season 2 finale, where we finally got to dip our toes into the somewhat dark pool, but nothing anywhere near the Belair house.
No, it's.
Did you load the photos of the tombstones?
No, I didn't put the tombstones in there. We actually went to the cemetery where the Hetheringtons are buried. Which is
did you? Okay.
Yeah, we found out from, I think, the townspeople maybe.
Chuck told us.
Oh, Chuck. Yeah, Chuck. He was our fan that accompanied us. Someone said, "Hey, bearded zombie, I heard you're sleeping in the basement."
Yeah, Sandra, that's not happening. I was ignoring that comment on purpose. That's never going to happen, Sandra. You're living in a pipe dream, girl.
I think you're going through a tunnel, Rafe. I heard you're sleeping in the basement still.
I think Kristen needs to go to the ear doctor.
Do what we did and have your fans vote on a poll.
No. My fans will put me so far down that basement. They'll make me dig a hole and find the mine shaft, okay? We're not leaving it up to my fans.
My fans made me hold clown.
Yep.
I would much rather hold a clown than sleep in that basement.
Why not do both?
How about you put with all the dolls
in the basement?
We know how you love dolls.
Chuck, our fans slept in that doll room.
Yeah.
Did.
Oh man, that doll room is something else.
Chuck would go down to the basement regularly by himself when we were there. We'd be like, "Where's Chuck?" "Oh, he's down in the basement, down there by himself." Like balls of steel, that man. I swear.
That's what I thought I was going to be like, but apparently no.
You know what? I'm gonna be doing at least one solo in the basement. I'm gonna see how that goes. I'm gonna sit for an extended period of time, or as long as I can last, and we'll gauge it from there. You guys might get a little special treat.
Oh, I definitely can't wait to watch. And you guys definitely go to their YouTube, Walking Among Us Official.
Yes. Please, Walking Among Us Official on YouTube. Smash that subscribe, guys. Help us get out there.
Yep. Hit the like. If you get like what? Let's do 5,000 likes.
Okay.
Sleep in the basement.
Look, I'm gonna put it out right now. If we can get to what are we at? About 2,100 subscribers or so?
I'd say, yeah.
All right.
Make it worth it.
Make it worth it, yeah.
By Sunday, if we hit 2,500 subscribers by Sunday, I'll sleep in the basement one night.
Okay,
2,500, Rafe, you're crazy.
I would have went
by Sunday.
I would have went a little bit higher, but I like it. I like it.
Yeah. Yes, it looks like we're getting Rafe in the basement.
Yeah. Look, I've offered this challenge twice before on TikTok live streams, and they failed. So I have the utmost of faith that we'll end up Sunday at $24.99, and I'm off the hook.
We'll earn you some subscribers.
Yep.
No. Wait till Monday. Wait till Monday, folks.
So definitely go to their channel. Hit that like button.
On Monday.
Subscribe.
So you mean tonight through Monday?
Down in the basement. What is that, Brittany?
I said tonight through Monday.
Yeah, tonight.
Monday.
We're gonna get this man and sleeping in the basement. Because I'm telling you.
I don't doubt it.
You know what? You ever get that feeling of the utmost instant regret?
Yes.
Current mood. I'm going to go. I'm not going to sleep tonight. I got to investigate tomorrow, and I'm not going to sleep tonight because I'm going to be terrified.
I'll loan you my Annabelle replica to take down there with you.
I love you so much more. There's no sarcasm at all.
All right, guys.
All right, folks. So yeah, 2,500 subscribers, and Chris and I are sleeping in the basement.
There you go.
Oh yes.
I'll do it. Let's do it.
All right.
Don't do about anything for real. Seriously. All right.
I've been in one place that I couldn't finish my investigation. I said I'm done.
That was actually at the Ross house.
Oh.
Really?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm not going to say. I'll let you go there for yourself and determine what's there. But there's a hallway Cindy will tell you about. And I'm telling you what, I've never felt like something was trying to attach to me so much in my life as what was in that hallway.
Maybe we do have to go check that out.
Let's go one demonic stop at a time.
Okay, yeah.
You guys
I can only handle 6 days of demonship so much, and I'm gonna come back to my Caspers in Canada.
If you guys need a break from Belair house, just go 2 blocks down and stay at Ross house for a night.
Oh yeah,
Go
that's
ahead.
a perfect break.
I love the way you think.
Just go to the next demonic place.
Right?
Yeah, Garrett.
Yeah, I need a break from this demon. You got an extra room over there? I hear you got some demons. Just curious.
Just don't bring them back to the other house.
Oh yeah.
Mix them all in.
Mix them all up together. We'll have a big old demonic circus.
Monster mash.
Oh, I love that.
All right.
That is the title for a YouTube video right there.
All right. So, any questions that you have while we have these people in our live right now from Walking Among Us? We have Krista, Kelly, and Rafe. If you have any questions before we draw for the Mother's Day gift cards, please post them now. Laura had one earlier, but I can't find it. Chris, I think she wanted to know if the shadow that you caught on the steps could be the gray man.
That's exactly what she asked.
Yeah, I believe it was.
You think?
I hope it wasn't the demon that kept coming out of the basement.
No, I think that would have been the gray man because apparently he's in that area of the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but
yeah.
I think it gives me Gray Man vibes.
Yeah. All right, guys. Any questions? If not, we're going to pull out 2 winners from the bucket for our Mother's Day gift card. You're going to get a cute little Mother's Day ball. And inside is Duncan's $15 gift card. 2 people are going to get that tonight in honor of Mother's Day. So, any questions? Any questions for the team? All right, Chris. I don't see any questions.
Me. I have one.
Okay, go ahead, Brittany.
What is one location that's on your bucket list?
Ooh,
Sally
good
House.
question.
That's
Where?
So
Sally House.
Sally House.
I'm going next. We're going to go next year.
Yeah, that's another gnarly place.
That's another, and apparently that one's really,
And I
really
still
not
want to go to the
fond of.
Conjuring house.
they're
Always
both
going to be on the bucket
saying-
list.
They're both saying things that I wanted to too, obviously. But I'm gonna take it across the pond. Is that the right word? Over
Yep.
water. The catacombs. So,
Yeah, definitely the catacombs in Paris.
I would love
Those
to
are
do that.
definitely good places.
They
Brittany,
are.
what's your
That'll
bucket
be our first international show.
That's guaranteed going to be the first international.
Imagine our first international location is over this.
over the
Technically,
pond?
America is international for us.
Our
Yeah,
first
it's not to us.
across the pond.
Yeah.
Across the pond, location is gonna be the catacombs. You're crazy.
All right, you
Yeah,
guys,
I'll get into it.
Why not? Why not?
I love
hold
that.
up, Chris. We got some questions. Oscar wants to know, what is your favorite instrument to use, you guys?
Oh,
I think that's different for all of us.
You know what?
Yeah, that is.
I'm getting really attached, and it's crazy to say with the amount of different equipment we have because we have a plethora. I'm really getting attached to the dowsing rods. I find that number one, I didn't know I could sit that still for that long, and number two, I can almost tell the strength that a spirit has by how they're pulling on the rods. It's such an interesting and fascinating tool for me to get used to using, and I gotta go with the dowsing rods, even though we have a ton of equipment.
Kelly?
Well, in the beginning stages when we first started doing this, I was kind of been known as the cat ball lady.
She's the cat ball whisperer.
Yeah, so I go with cat balls. Just I can sit there and sometimes just have flat out conversations with some of these balls going off.
Awesome. Krista?
My favorite, the team knows what it is. We don't have one yet.
No.
And they don't like it that much because they say it's annoying. But I love Boo Buddy, like, so much. I want Boo Buddy so badly.
Boo Buddy's pretty cool. We don't
He's
have
a little bit annoying, I get that, but
not as annoying as the ghost portal, in my opinion.
Really?
It's really hard for me to listen to all that noise.
I have an issue with it too. I don't have the ear for it until it's on playback, and then I
find that the portals are a lot easier to listen to here at the time you're doing the test. I find that portals are a lot easier to understand than spirit boxes. Also dependent on the spirit box.
Yeah.
True. All right, Chris Henry wants to know, how many spirits or entities do you believe are in the Belair house?
Well, you guaranteed you got Edwin, lied, fake Emily, real Emily.
Yeah.
You've got
whatever's in the basement.
You got whatever entities in the basement.
The gray man.
You also have the gray man. You also have we were contacting names that not even Kristen recognized that we theorized were probably coal miners that passed in the explosion. So you're looking at
Lord knows how much has come through the portal.
Yeah, you're looking on an average daily basis of probably an average of anywhere from 7 to 10 spirits at all times.
Oh, more. It's got to be more.
A lot more.
Like, because of the fact that there's all these different portals, there's like a constant cycle of them just like wrapping around.
Yeah.
So, and especially the area too. It's not even just the house. It's just like everything.
It's the
and then the native Indians as well. It's you can't really put a number on that, but I'd have to say for the resident ones that are there at all times and not traveling through portals, you're looking at a solid 10 minimum.
Yep. Pamela, I don't know if they answered that yet or not, but she wants to know when you are going to.
It's going to be this summer. We're going at some point this summer, but again, we're not sure on when we are going to air the footage because we simply don't know if we're going to do a 6-part mini series or a mini documentary series or what we're going to do.
But we're going beginning of summer.
Yeah.
Awesome. Lana wants to know, whatever is in the basement, stay down there or move around the house.
I would say it would stay in the basement only because I didn't get that feeling in other places. But every once in a while, you'd be somewhere and have that.
I think
when we washed.
I think the farthest that the basement negative, demonic, whatever you want to call it, I think the farthest it goes is up to the landing. I'm pretty sure. I just have a feeling it sticks.
What it is that you've seen when you first originally got up there either.
I have a feeling, honestly, that was Edwin.
Oh,
I have a feeling it was Edwin.
I don't know. I have a hard time with it because obviously when we were there for the one night that we were, I feel like the only negative thing was in the basement. But if we're there for longer, I don't know if it would start to get comfortable and come out. Right?
Yeah, that's another thing, right, too.
And I don't think that I don't think it's contained to the basement. So I don't know why it wouldn't just move around other places.
No, I don't think it's contained. I think it prefers staying down there. And it like I said, and like Krista just said, I'm pretty sure if you stay there long enough that it's going to get bored staying in the basement. It's going to come visit you.
Or it's going to get comfortable with you.
Yeah, which is also not a good thing.
Yeah.
Our second day there is when it started coming out of the basement on the regular.
Yeah.
Second day?
Let the good time.
Day 5 and 6.
Let's
Oh God! Blowing my mind with this 6-day event thing because I can't
wait.
At day 2, we were ready to get out of there. Like, I can't even imagine because that energy, it gets used to your energy and it just builds and builds. The longer you're there, the more it does. Yep. I mean, it's like it's pushing your buttons.
Like she doesn't like shopping, and I'm pretty sure come day 3 or 4, if I looked at her and said, "Hey, you want to go to Target for 6 hours?" she'll be in the car before I can finish my sentence.
Oscar wants to know, have you ever talked to the doctor? I'm not sure.
I don't think we were in touch with any doctor.
No, we got in touch with some rather religious things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, go and watch the episode, and you'll get a full detail on that. But it got weird, and it got weird quick.
All right, you guys. Their YouTube is scrolling across the screen. Chris, we are going to cut off questions, and we're going to pull out 2 winners of Duncan's cards right now. And we went over about a half an hour, guys. Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah,
for
thank
having
you.
us.
It doesn't even feel like it's been that long. I had a blast chatting with you guys. This was amazing.
Yeah, I can't wait to see you guys go back. We're going to go back, but we're not going for 6 days.
We also will be live streaming at some point here and there throughout the 6 days on YouTube, on my TikTok, probably on Krista's Instagram or TikTok. So, guys, make sure to follow us up, and you'll be able to catch all the ghouly fun.
If you are into QR codes, we're going to cover up Kelly and Ray for just a second. You can scan their QR code down at the bottom of the screen and go directly to their YouTube channel. Go there, watch the Belair episode, and if you want to watch more, go to Q2 Paranormal Official. It is called Young Blood, and it's our episode from Belair House as well. There are a lot of similarities we both caught, so watch them both. And we need to get him down in the basement sleeping. So go and subscribe to their channel. Definitely.
I really thought you guys
share it to all your friends.
Tell all your friends.
2,500 subscribers by Sunday night.
Yes.
Subscribe.
Oh, we can do it. All right, Chris. 2 names, please. Who are the winners of the Duncan's cards for Mother's Day?
Name 1 is Amanda V.
Amanda V.
Congratulations.
V. Second person.
Laura Del Mastro.
Laura Del Mastro.
Congratulations, guys.
Congratulations to people who love Duncan's. Everybody's saying thank you, guys. Yes, thank you. It was an awesome show. I knew we were going to have fun with you guys because I just knew watching your episodes that we were going to get along pretty well. So
I was watching a few of your guys' things, and I thought the same way. I'm like, this is going to be over an hour. We're going to just end up losing track of time and having fun.
I could go on, but I know we need to let you guys go to sleep. And but anyways, thank you again for watching. Here we are one last time. The QR code on the screen.
Thank you guys so much. We really loved it.
All right, guys. We love you. Let me get this off the screen real quick. All right, everybody say goodbye. We love you, and we'll see you next Friday night.
Much love, guys, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye, guys.
See you later.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Later, guys.
Thank you.